What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and today we're going to be looking at 3 landing spots for the recently non-tendered first baseman Luke Voit. So we begin with number 3. Now, the third place that I believe Luke Voit could potentially end up is with that of the Tampa Bay Rays. I think Tampa Bay, an analytically driven team that is in need of some thump in the middle of the order, could look to the 2020 home run leader for Major League Baseball as a potential fit. They're already devoid of first baseman with trading away G-Man Choi to the Pirates, and being able to bring in a guy who can DH and play first base for you in Luke Voit, who already understands the division and hits well within that division, could really stand to help the Tampa Bay Rays add some of that much needed power to their lineup. I think that there's also an opportunity for Luke Voit to get back to a team that is competing and finding himself playing at a much better level than what he was doing with the Nationals. So I think that for Tampa Bay and Luke Voit, it could be a very easy fit to make. So the second team on my list is that of the Baltimore Orioles. Right now, the Orioles, in my opinion, are at a point of really being able to jump ahead and compete with some of the teams in the American League East for the wild card spot. The addition of that third wild card team left the Baltimore Orioles kind of surprising and shocking most people this season, and being able to go after and add a guy like Luke Voit with some thump in that lineup could really help the Baltimore Orioles. Voit is going to be a guy who's not really going to be hampered by the extended wall out in left field. There is a ton of power in that bat. As being the 2020 shortened home run king in that season, you would see him be able to solidify some balls out of that Camden Yards ballpark. Not to mention the other dimensions of the field are still going to play very small for a guy like Luke Voit, who has easy opposite field power. Able to add him to a Baltimore Orioles lineup that, in my opinion, is going to need a bit more offense, a bit more power coming out of it to be able to compete with the other teams in that American League East, could really find Luke Voit fitting in quite well with the Baltimore Orioles. And the number 1 team that I believe could go after a guy like Luke Voit is that of the Minnesota Twins. I think that when you look at Minnesota, they're going to try to get back to being a postseason contender and a team that really goes to solidify themselves as one of the favorites in a weaker division, in my opinion, in the American League Central. I think that there's an opportunity for them to really go after a guy like Voit, plug him into the middle of the order, be able to see him hit massive bombs in target field in Minnesota, be able to really solidify themselves as a serious threat atop of that division once again, and head back to the postseason. Luke Voit could really bring a big-time bat for that lineup going forward from 2023 and beyond. So this is another potential landing spot for Luke Voit. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings down in the comment section below. Where is the most likely landing destination for Luke Voit? What lineup do you see him most likely landing in? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, and we keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into our entire GLMG family with WeSibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here, your favorite baseball channel, the Baseball Banter Broadcast, by hitting the subscribe button on all 3 channels. If you want to show us more support here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast, you can do so by heading over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com, using any one of the promo codes that we have up on the site to save on your Christmas shopping needs for the baseball fan in your life. Keep it locked into our partners as well by clicking the links down in the show notes below. Lids, as well as Epidemic Sound, for your holiday shopping needs as well. Keep it locked in all season long as we continue to look at the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.